round 2 of SFR season 6. We are in Cota today, Circuit of the Americas, Texas, Austin. I already went live, even though we're still in the lobby, because I see we are waiting for someone to ping me, because they usually forget to do that. I hope that I'm live on the right channel. Am I like in live at all? What the fuck? Oh yeah, I'm live on the... Oh yeah, I'm live on the CCR network, but there's no message yet. Anyways, grid is looking awful today, I have to say. It looks like we only have 2 drivers racing, which is a bit sad, but Cota has a pretty dead track, so I can't blame the people missing out, even though they should be racing. Unless they have other very important commitments. Yeah. We're in the USA today. I'm not going to sing the anthem, even though that's something that always happens in the US because they love themselves. But I don't blame them. They're proud of being them, I guess. I can't speak English, so excuse that. Anyways, like I said, very slim looking grid today. I'm not sure if we still have people joining, but yeah, I mean, I guess that means that I'm not going to miss out on too much action, because there won't be much going on with a grid that's shitty. Yeah, we're just going to wait till we get underway. Let me just adjust the audio a bit, because it's blowing my brains out right now. That's what he said? I don't know, I'm a virgin, so I don't know. People already asking if we're still missing people. A word to Cota. I feel like it's the definition of mid or m. First sector is quite fun, and you have that awful hairpin before the long DRS straight, then you have another awful hairpin, then that weird infield, I guess you could call it, that weird long left-hander. The triple right is pretty fun, the fast left is pretty fun, and the last corner again is just weird. I don't even know how to explain it, but it's just, Cota is just a weird mix. Oh yeah, and the first corner is awful as well. In terms of pole time, assuming it's going to be dry, I would expect, let's see who's racing. I would expect low 31s. I don't think we're quite going to get into the 1 minute 30s. Maybe we'll see a low or mid 0.9 by Kelly Rupp or something. But yeah, I think we're going to be like 1 minute 31 flat, 1.1. But yeah, that's it. 12 drivers. Whew, interesting. We have Sharia coleslaw, which caused a lot of attention, or which made me wait. How do they say? First think, then speak. I don't know if that's a saying in English, but in German we say erst denken, dann sprechen. So before you speak, think, so the things you say make sense. At least try doing that. Nothing I say really makes sense. Anyways, we're loading in right now. I just hope it's not wet, because then the race will be even more dead than it's going to be anyways. Stuart probably getting distracted by his girlfriend right now, just like yesterday in Fraud JKE. Why am I hearing myself breathing? Yeah, Stuart can't press exit because he's typing in the Discord right now. What do you have to say, fucking mouse? Wanna fight me? Okay, it's a dry quali. A wet quali would have been fun, to be fair, but we already had a wet quali last week in Silverstone, which is to be expected because it's the UK. The UK just doesn't have any nice things, so obviously the weather isn't going to be nice either. I don't know what you're trying to tell me, Stuart. I don't know. Elaborate, please. So who's first on track? I guess it's going to be William Anstey, Prince of SFR. Great line. Using all of the track. Repping the Ukraine helmet. Also, pretty sure today is I'm not sure if you call it anniversary in that context, but Senna died today. So rest in peace, the GOAT, the real GOAT, not that British fraud. Jensen Button, of course. Yeah, I just stay on board with Will. Throw this first hot lap, assuming he's not going to get overtaken by the guys behind him, and actually be the first one to set a lap. Cota, obviously known for its very strict track limits. Well, it's not strict, it's the same as everywhere else, but it's very easy to corner cut or extend. It's especially annoying when you're on a good lap, you come into this corner and you just run a fraction wide, invalidating your lap. And let's hop on board with William Anstey then. So, run up to turn 1, obviously going up the hill means you can brake later than you think. Then that weird exit, going downhill again, flat out right. If you nail this is flat, this is flat, and this is flat as well if you nail it, but he doesn't, because he's just lacking the skill to do it. Very easy to invalidate there. Very easy to invalidate and spin here. Very easy to run wide and be too impatient and a throttle on that exit. And then the run down. It's another one of those awful hairpins. Kinda wanna stay away from the curb on the exit. Even though I've seen people use it. Not sure why. Then use all of the track you can brake on the curb here. You actually want to brake on the curb and cut everything of that inside curb, which Will just doesn't. It's like a second off of a good second sector split, but it's only a spanker, so we move. And this is just the worst corner ever. Very tricky on exit, and then in quali it should be easily flat. In the race it's going to be, especially early in the race, I don't think it will be flat. And fast left-hander coming into the last corner, I think there's going to be a mid 32. It's a low 32, that was close. Red Dog in P2. There's Red Bull of Bacon on the mediums in P2, with Stuart Little doing what he does best, not keeping it within the track limits. Somehow he kept it valid, which is something he doesn't do very well. Sharia Corso, where are you? There he is. On the mediums. Ew, the Anstier. Days goes into P1 with a 31.9. Let's stay on board with Anna Albem. Also not using or cutting the inside curb there, which is interesting. He's being very, very cautious right now. Ay. Hitting the apex nicely. He ran very wide there, which is interesting. I'm not sure why he's downshifting there. I'm also not sure why he's going down to third gear there. Yeah, very interesting last corners of that lap. Let's hop on board with Kelly Rob, last week's winner of course, I think. He did win, right? He did, yeah. Carry out basically the same exact second sector split as with. Meanwhile, Conley goes into P1 with 31.6. Kelly Rob, the fraud, the type of guy to say he's going to race on wheel and then switch to back to controller midway through the race because he's noticing that he's too slow. Invalidate second last corner. I don't think we have anyone on a lap right now. It looks like Holmes is just starting a lap. So let's stay on board with him. Very cautious through turn 1. Again, easily flat through that right hander, flat through here. Not taking a flat either. Some interesting gear usages again. Syria Coleslaw getting out of the way nicely. Maybe a bit too late for Holmes' liking, but I think it was fair enough. Slightly misses the apex there. Uses all of the track on exit though. Wait, what am I doing? Okay. Yeah, only is struggling right now. Indian Jesus is on the lap. Indian Jesus was actually German. I think he's German. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's the German. It's a decent second sector split. This could put him into the top 3 for now, assuming he nails gets a decent last sector. Looking good, looking good. Yeah, should easily be top 3. It's P1 actually. It's a pretty decent lap there from Indian Jesus, putting himself provisionally into P1. California robot racing in Texas. Not sure if he feels welcome and if that is going to distract him from the task at hand. Speaking about distraction, on board with Stuart Little, who said that he drove through the grass last week because I was distracting. No, because he got distracted by his girlfriend, I think, and then he did it again because he had to laugh. So let's keep an eye on him. I'm assuming he's watching the stream again. I'm not sure why he keeps doing that while racing. I don't think it's too beneficial. Keeping it flat down the straight very nicely. Good job, Stuart. Proud of you. Seven tenths up on his previous best. If he keeps it together, he would gain an insane amount of 1 position. But he invalidates. So Stuart being Stuart basically. Alright, on board with Will now, who is currently on a podium streak, I think. I'm not sure if it's 2 or 1, but it's definitely at least 1. I don't know if 1 podium can be considered a streak already. I don't think it can. But he did get a podium, so fair enough. Are these sweats setting up a slipstream right now? I don't think so. It's sheer Krautsalat. So I don't think that's supposed to be a slipstream. We're still down on this previous best. What about this? Come into the last corner. Obviously home race for him improves, but only by 10, not gaining any positions. About Will, he also improves, didn't gain a position either. P16 boy, 4.5 tenths down in sector 2. Just not going to assume that he will improve. I made a compliment to Stuart for keeping it flat down the straight. Next time I jump on board with him, he's not even flat down the straight. Looks like Honglu went slow on purpose to now set a good lap on the mediums. Just straight. Ah. Don't do that. It's not the racing line. I mean, he gets a pretty wide entry, but still think that is not fast. Cota F1 meanwhile invalid. Shriya Kosa is actually getting a slipstream from Reliance, which is interesting. So I assume they know each other, because why would Will be nice? Did he just block Ben? I hope he didn't. No, I hope he did, because that means controversy. It means fucking beef, innit? Looked much better than the last time I was on board with him. Don't think he's going to make up any positions, and he is not. Then pulling into the pits. What about Cota F1? He stays out. That's interesting. Red Dog currently not on the lap. The Cheria Cota is still going. I'm not sure if you wanna do more than one lap on the soft round Cota. That's invalid. So we don't have anyone on the lap currently. Invalid, invalid, invalid. Okay, what should we talk about then? Just gonna talk a bit about the weather. It's actually freezing here, which is weird. It's fucking May, but it's freezing. Let me check the weather actually. I mean, it's 14 degrees, which isn't that cold. Oh, the weather is going to be nice this week. 20 degrees throughout the whole week, and 22 degrees next week. That's sick. I'm hyped for that. Oh, and I got new shoes, which is a dub as well. Kentucky. Oh no, that was for Cologne. Fuck. Yeah, it's not even going to be near 20 degrees where I live. What the fuck? But I still got new shoes. Some dunks. They are sick. So I think Days should be the first guy to go on his last run. We lost B16 ball, which is a bit sad. Not sure how we lost him. Looks like he just retired in the pits, to be fair. Let's just stay on board with Days TG 2 until he invalidates his lap, which should be after sector 1. Someone coming out of the pits but getting out of the way, so that's fine. He actually kept it valid through sector 1. He was so cautious. So cautious. He's still up on his time, so fair enough. Not cutting that corner. Okay. He's 2.5 tenths up. It should not be enough for now. See if we can find some more time in the last sector. Which I think we should. Unless he invalidates this corner. Again, so cautious. Just making sure it stays valid. And it's not enough for P1. What about Will Ants? Will Ants is actually on a great lap. I don't know about great, but on a good lap. Can he keep it valid? That is the question. It goes down to 4th gear. Wow. Again, not using it near enough of the track and the braking there, and goes into P2. It's a pretty good lap. Indian Jesus improving on sector 1. Where's California Robot? He's on the mediums. Okay. Indian Jesus looking very... I looked very... oh, fuck me. Looked very loose coming out of that hairpin now. Again, very loose. He's still up by just under 2/10 on his previous best. Second sector split was actually slower than Will's. And he's still 2/10 up on his previous best, so I'm assuming that he absolutely nailed that last sector. Maybe he did, I don't know. That looked definitely better than Will. Is he going to improve? He is. 1:30.2. Actually pretty good lap. What can Rob do on his mediums? What? That was pretty shit. I think he invalidated that, I'm not sure. Okay, so that is the... oh yeah, that is the qualifying session. Will ends surprisingly in P2. A pretty solid performance. I fucking... that headset is hurting my head. Fuck. Headsets are beaches. Because they hurt me. And beaches also hurt. No, what? I'm a virgin. What? Anyways. So who's on mediums? I think Rob is on mediums? Is Rob on mediums? Why does it say that Rob didn't set a single lap time? That is weird, you know. Tire. Apparently he set it on mediums, but what are you doing, Will? We know you're slow, but that's all. Cyril saying he's going to be P2 by turn 1, which means, well, he has 4 cars out of, no, 1, 2, 3, 4, so we will have 4 retirements by turn 1. Let's see if Stuart keeps his promise. Quick rundown. CL, Indian Jesus in P1, Wallens in P2, Base in P3, Cornet, Impossible Bacon, Stuart did the B16 boy Cadrup, who set a lap time without any tires. Pretty impressive. And we have Red Dog and Sheer Coleslaw. Free tire choice. We'll have Bram Holmes and Ben Smith. I think his name is Benjamin, not sure. Yeah. In a Codemasters game, you can set a lap time without using tires, which is pretty impressive if you ask me. No one asked me, so yeah. In case it glitches, start on the tire you qualified on. No. Question mark. Ah, shit. Come on, Hondi. Waiting for you. Kirab saying that he ran the lap, which is pretty funny. Stuart did a widening out the joke, asking if he did it on soft shoes or medium shoes, which is even funnier than what Cadrup said. Heads off to Stuart Little. for that very funny joke. There's no point in really looking at the tires, because most likely everyone is going to be on soft, except Hondy and Ben. Otherwise shit. I'm always supportive with you. You don't like Mark, I don't like Mark. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. Is that how you say it? I think it is. And in case you're watching, Mark, I love you and I miss you. Wait. We're still waiting for something to happen. I mean, I would put up the stream, but we don't have anything going on in the comments. Which is a bit sad, as we have 4 people watching, but no one is talking. And we're still waiting. I don't know what we're waiting for. I feel like we should go now. Indesa. Is that Spanish for indeed? I don't know. I'm not good at Spanish. I had it for like 2 or 3 years. Or actually 4 years. But all I can say is my name, where I'm from, and that I don't understand Spanish. Hola, me llamo Niklas. De donde Hagen or something. No hablo español. Hijo de puta. Por favor. I also had Latin for a few years. I can greet my teacher. Salve Magister. Pretty sure that everyone cares about that. But it's the formation lab. There's not much going on. I'm just doing what I do best, which is waffling random nonsense. Yeah. Pretty exciting formation lab, as you might expect. And yeah, everyone on softs except Ben and Honzi, which was to be expected as well. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Ukraine skinned helmets, which is pretty cool, I think. Not sure. And Indian Jesus going for a spin, which is also fun. Let me just try and set things up, but I honestly don't even know. Oh, never mind, I should have it. No, I don't. Lab data, there we go. Yeah, still on the formation lab. Very exciting to watch. Conde doing burnouts. Most likely will do some burnouts in the race as well when he spins and has to turn his car back around to make it face the right direction. Strategy says it's a 2-stop, but it's just not. It's just the game being stupid. It's definitely a soft medium. Easy one stop, medium soft. If you're starting on the mediums, which is obviously what Ben and Tonzi are doing. So we're just going to wait for the lights to turn on now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lights. That is probably the earliest jumps that I've ever seen. But oh, that was chaos. So yeah, Indian Jesus just lost like three or four positions. No, 4. Obviously 2 due to the jump start, but he got his position back off on base. I think that was like the earliest jump start I've ever seen. And that's Indian Jesus dead. Are we going to get an early safety car? Well, it's just a VSC for now, but still. So we have Bacon with the drive-through, we have Cornet with the drive-through. I think it was also one of the cars who spun, and we're back underway. Bacon did gain 4 positions, but for obvious reasons. And Indian Jesus didn't even make it to Sector 2 after putting it on pole. So this basically means we get one more DNF and everyone is going to be scoring points if they just finish. So if you're Bacon or Kenny, you just have to make sure you stay in. Watch or wait for other people to just die. I wonder if Willans will buckle under pressure, as he's never been in that position before, being in a net P1. Same with Stuart. Can't remember the last time he was in a net P3. He does have K-Rob for company though, pretty close behind him. And looks like K-Rob is already going to go for a move. That's a sick camera, I have to say. It's absolutely not, but whatever. Is K-Rob going to get past Stuart? It looks like he is, and he is. If that's Mark, he's not getting past Stuart. But K-Rob can be happy that he's not Mark, so yeah, it's passed, yes. Yeah. And I've been making up 5 positions. Hondy making up 3, K-Rob making up 4. And Stuart said he would be P2 by turn 1. But he's obviously a fraud. And is not P2 by turn 1. And he's already a second behind K-Rob. Obviously not used to being in a good position. Pressure is getting to him. It looked like a cut. Willans is struggling a bit, I think. Looks like Dace will go for a move now down this EIS straight. Looks like Will is not going to let that happen that easily. But I don't think he can. Nah, he can't fight this. No chance. Easy move for Dace. Holmesy also getting past Ben. Bacon will obviously have to service drive through this lap, unless he wants to get disqualified. So we do have quite a few people who gained decent amount of positions. Curlyup gained 4, Honzi gained 4, Ben gained 4, Days gained 2. Already also setting fastest lap. Sure, now 2 seconds behind the top 3. So the podium slowly slipping away from him. He won't be able to maintain this anyway, as he is going to have 20 seconds of penalties at least in the end. So right now I would say he's more like 23, yeah, 24 seconds, 23 seconds behind the top guys at 21 seconds of penalties to the gap he has right now. Obviously Dace is going to get penalties as well. Not sure about Will and Kylirop, but even the guys who are not known for getting penalties are most likely to going to get at least 1 pen. And now Edben managing to stay with Honzi, which is good to see. I feel like this is going to be a long race. Oh, there you go. Took him just 5 laps. It's not even a warning per lap, so it's not too bad actually from Stuart. I've seen him do worse, so good job. Oh, and there's Dace. Didn't take him too long either. Looks like he did it into the braking zone. Interesting. E16 boy and Stuart meanwhile going side by side. Oh, Stuart holds it around the outside. Now has the inside and manages to stay ahead for now. Not sure if this is really helping them, as the gap is now up to 4 seconds already. Will Kylirop try and go for a move on Will soon? We're almost running into the back of Dace. Will and Dace. Will is fine on ES, but Will is fine. Did I say Will? Anyways, Will is fine on the ES for now, but Dace is pretty low already. Kylirop managed to get himself up into P2, going past Will. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes for move on base as soon as he can, and then just try and get the guys behind him. Killer was lifting into turn 1. Jeez. Days on 25% ES compared to Carib on almost 70. Yeah, I'm just going to assume that Rob is going to get past Days down this long straight now. Is Days going defensive? I don't think he did. So that's Kelly up, not just in a net P1 but also in a P1 on check, and we still have Stuart and B16 boy going side by side. Stuart runs wide, almost off check. It's very deep into that corner, just completely blocks the apex, not allowing B16 boy to get a switch back. Let's see if Fonzie goes for dive bomb. It's Fonzie, so he's not going for dive bomb. I don't know if I've ever seen Fonzie attempt some over ambitious dive bomb on anyone before. Oh, gets penalty. And I've said it in the NRL season finale, but if I'm Hornsey right now, I would rather be in a burning train than in this little train. And never mind. Looked like it was going to be 4 cars, but it's not. And it's going to be the same thing again as we had the previous laps. Stuart defending the inside, B16 boy trying to go around the outside. Stuart keeping it next to B16 boy and also keeping the position. That's B16 boy going for an undercut, I think, which is actually a pretty smart thing to do. Medium should go to the end from now. So instead of continuing in the little train, he risks his tires to die towards the end, which is absolutely understandable. See if Fonzie can do better than B16 boy and actually get past. This year just completely runs off track. That isn't really worth mentioning. But Dave's very close to the back of Rob. Is he going to go for a scent? He actually is. What about Fonzie? Easily gets past Stuart. Yeah, I was expecting Rob to manage to pull away a bit, but it seems like he's not. As we're also going for an early pit stop. I'm not sure if Rob just hit the back of Days. He might have. Looks fine through sector 1, so I don't think there's any damage to the front wing. Bye bye Days. How is he making sure he stays behind to get DAS? Does he have damage? I would imagine he has damage. I can't see because of these awful fucking camera angles. What the fuck? This game. There's no visible damage. Apart from obviously the damage to Dace's talent. Or the lack of talent, I should say. He doesn't lack front wing, but he lacks talent. Skyrock also going in. What is Stewart doing? Taking a very wide line, very late apex. Not sure if that's the best way to do it, but anyways. Let's see where Will and slots in after pitting a lap earlier. He goes for hearts. Why did he go for hearts? Are you drunk, Will? I mean, it's very likely that he is, but what the fuck? Let me check real quick if Daze did change his front wing or not. He didn't, but he also went hard. I get that more because Daze is all full and tire wear, so that makes more sense. I didn't think that Will was all full and tire wear. Thought he would be able to make it to the intermediums. I wonder what lap Ben and Hornsey are pitting. Kelly Rob behind Bacon, who did not pit yet. I imagine Will and Bacon should be in a party, so I wonder if Bacon is going to pull a Checo. Nope, he pits. So does Stewart. Yeah, Stewart goes mediums, that's what I want to see. Bang also going mediums, let's go. Show Will how stupid he is. So we have Ben, and Ben is only 3 seconds ahead of Rob. Obviously already made a pit stop. Cornet's on the hard. So is Sharia Krautsalat. Wait, P16 boy is on soft? So B16 boy is going for a 2-stop. Fair enough. Fair enough. And why not? Definitely not the strategy I would go for. But hey, why not? Let's say he gets past Will. And then there's like a late safety car. Everyone pits for... No, then he has to pit for mediums. Oh, Stuart. You naughty, naughty. That's only a second penalty, right? It is. Wow. I'm impressed. Watch him get 2 warnings. Now that I'm on board with him. He's so far off the track limit. Wow. Oh, Rock gets past Ben. Not really worth mentioning though, as Ben is obviously a pit stop behind. Yeah, I still don't know why Dace and Will went for hards, but the strat that's the most confusing is B16 boy on softs again. Like the 2 sub is the last thing you wanna do in Cota. Like this game at all. Like there's no track where I would say, yeah, go for a 2 stop, it's faster. Spen picks up his first penalty. So B16 boy is now going to get past Will. I feel like he could dive it into turn 1, but he doesn't. That's so boring. Just dive it, mate. That's the only car who has the edge right now, B16 boy. Everyone else is just... the next closest battle is Stuart and Days, who are 1.2 seconds off of each other. Then the next battle is Ben and Kelrop, which is 3 seconds. Whoop! Almost losing the car there on the exit. Definitely not close enough to go for a move this lap. If he didn't almost spin on exit there, I'm pretty sure he would have been close enough, but doing that does not help. We actually ran very wide there, but stays ahead. If you want to be ambitious, you can actually go for a move there, but the other car always has to play along, because it's a pretty tight corner and the racing line is usually very wide and sweeping. So if you go in like very angled, I don't know if that's a word, and the car from the outside just swoops inside, you usually get swiped. So yeah, you want to do that on guys you know and guys you are aware of in terms of their racing skill. That was the most confusing way I could have put it. But I mean, while I was waffling nonsense, we now have 2 cars with DS. That being B16 boy, who now gets past Will, and Stuart, who's now within a second of Dace. K-Rob is getting closer to Honzi. Honzi obviously yet to stop, just as Ben. They should be good for points though. Obviously going to be rapid towards the end. Imagine they should pit around lap 19 or 20. Was? Nee, danke. That was my brother making an appearance. sorry that you had to witness his stupidity, even though you probably didn't even hear him. But, you know. Oh, Stuart got past days. I missed it. Fuck. Go, Stuart, go! That's Stuart in P3. Whoop. How many pencils days have? Please say it's at least 6. Fuck. Oh. I keep missing overtakes, but to be fair, they're like not exciting at all. It's just the ass overtakes, so who gives a fuck? Will Ants gets past B16 boy again. So I wonder if B16 boys tires are slowly dropping off. Days back past Stuart. Stuart not going to send it. And Holmesy is already pitting. That's an early pit stop. It should be fine, to be fair. I still think it's a bit early. Because we have Ben and B16 boy already also pulling into the pit. I don't think Stuart should try and go for a move into turn 1. But yeah, who gives a fuck? I'm so glad that I caught that. I'm so glad that I caught that on stream. That was fucking insane. And Houndy slots in actually pretty close to the podium positions. And he's in the net P4 as Gerald obviously has 3 seconds more than Houndy does. Oh shit, stop being AI! What the fuck? Stuart just goes AI. Shut the goddamn fuck. So I'm sorry, but Stuart wants me to stop doing my job, which is commentating. So I guess I just be quiet for the last 12 laps or 11 laps. Yeah, 11 laps now. I mean, if you make it stick, that's a great move, but I've never seen someone run into the gravel on the exit of turn 1. I've never seen that before. Never. Especially not when someone was trying to go for an overtake. Oh. So Stuart is now on 9 seconds of penalties. I did predict 21 seconds. I don't think he's going to get that many, which is a bit sad. But he's definitely going to get double digits. Holmesy easy move past days. Obviously on his fresh softs. Ben trying to use his softs as well at the moment. He still has some catching up to Bacon. And call me. Now into the points after getting a drive through and spinning. Interesting line there from Sharia Krautsalat. Just slightly missing the corner. We have Red Dog who's sadly pretty far behind his teammate. 12-second gap to the car ahead, 10-second gap to the car behind. Pretty dead race for him. Then we have B16 boy, who's now on fresh mediums. But I wonder if he's going to be able to catch up to Bacon. Ben obviously on fresh softs, so I don't think he's going to catch him. But he doesn't have to, because Ben obviously has a penalty. He just has to make sure he stays within the 3 seconds to get that position, but he currently is out of those 3 seconds. Ben might struggle towards the end on tire wear. So I wonder if he will be able to stay outside the 3 seconds to be 16 more. Honzi already right at the back of Rolands. The race looked to be pretty promising at the start, but then Rolands decided to go for hards and Dave's decided to spin on his in-lap and also go for hards, which just enabled Calirob to drive into the distance. So now all he has to do is pull out 3 seconds to Rolands if he wants to secure this P2. Basically he has the P2 in his back, the podium in his back. But P2 obviously better than just getting P3, because it's more points. If you finish P2, you get more points than when you finish P3. That's what Will Buxton said. Not sure if he did say it, but it's something he would say. Something he would say to Stuart: if you try to go for an overtake and you brake too late, you're not going to get past the car. If you brake way too late, you will drive off track. Or if you cut corners, you're going to get penalties. Ben meanwhile managed to close up to the back of Bacon. Conley and Sheer Coleslaw both pitted for a fresh set of softs. Which is fair enough. They both had like insane gaps to the cars ahead. Wouldn't have been able to make that time up. I mean, they're not going to do it now either, but you know, just go for a fast lap. I think, is Ben saving fuel, or why is he lifting so early? His fuel thingy isn't blinking, so I don't think it has to do with fuel. Should be an easy move. Bacon pulling very aggressively to the outside there. It could have ended pretty badly if Ben wouldn't have been cautious, but easily gets past. So right now Ben is on track in a P6. He loses the position to Bacon because of a pen, but gains the position to Stewart because of a pen. So basically stays the same for Ben. Assuming he manages to pull out 3 seconds to Bacon, he will finish P5. I honestly don't even know how fast here is going to drop. I imagine it's going to be all the way down to P8. So 3.5, 1. Okay, let's say that's 5 seconds. Ah, never mind. Right now he would get P7, and that's Bacon getting his first penalty. So Ben is now in a P5. Honzi already easily pulled out the 3 seconds to Will. Yeah, I can't lie, the race is pretty there right now. No battles. No one even remotely close to each other. Except from Braken, but I feel like he should get dropped. Because I am pretty sure that the softs are still faster. He might come back in like 2 or 3 laps to Ben. Ben, if you're watching this, use higher gears. You don't use second gear in the last corner, you just don't do that. Yeah, I don't think he's watching. High gears OP. Second gear! What? Oh. Wow. That's insane. I stay in 5th through there and Ben goes down to 2nd. Holy jumping. I think that's how you say it. There should be a game going on right now. I think Seattle is playing Winnipeg. Yeah, and Seattle is actually leading 3-1. Riley Shahan, the man who scores like twice every 5 years. Yeah, his career high is 14 goals in 81 games. Bro, what? He scored 3 goals this season in 68 games. How? He scored 2 goals in 2016-17 in 80 games. The fuck did he do on the ice? Oh, I remember that actually. He scored those 2 goals in the last game of the season in the Joe Louis Arena. The last game of Detroit in that arena. Imagine going 79 games of a season without scoring a goal, and then you scored 2 goals in the last game as a forward. Fair enough if it's a defender, but a forward scoring 2 goals in 80 games? Fuck. Sergio, in this race alone, has more corner cutting warnings than he has goals in like 600 games. Think about that. Possible bacon pitting is interesting. B16 boy. Not able to keep up with Ben. Let's see if he goes for second again. He didn't go for second this time, but still, third is insane. I have to say, this is the most boring race I've ever done comms on. I can't blame the drivers though. It's just a shit track. We did get a bit of side-by-side action between Stuart and B16 boy. And now that Impossible Bacon pit, Stuart is only going to lose one position. Or not. Never mind, I think he should still be fine. Yeah, he's fine. But it took him pretty long to get into double digits. That might have been another warning. I mean, Daze is now within the IS of Will, but Daze has a penalty and Will does not, so I'll still jump on board just to see if something happens. Conley might be able to get P9 off of Red Dog. Stays on 6 or on 3 seconds? On 3. That's the most exciting bit of racing we've had this race. I feel like this says quite a bit about this race. I also feel like Bacon lost P7 to B16 boy by pitting. Not sure if he was in puncture territory. But if he wasn't, then no clue why he pit. The last lap is about to start down. Can I call that commentator's curse? It's like the second time that's the second time Red Dog appeared on stream this race, and he just dies. Okay, what about these two? Yeah, I don't think Will's going to do anything. Never mind, it's Will. There have been so many penalties this race. The only one who will lose a position, or only 2 cars are going to lose positions because of their pens. That being Daze and Stewart. Apart from that, no one is going to lose a position. Well, no one who has pens, but that's insane. This shows how insanely huge the gaps were. Cannot be anything happening here, so let's jump on board K-Drop, who comes around the penultimate corner, going into the last corner. He manages to make it 2 out of 2 to start the season. Honzi, after starting P12, I think, will come home in P2, and we have Days who will be P3 on track, but Will is going to jump him because he doesn't have any penalties. And with Stuart, is going to get dropped down to P6, with Ben finishing in P5. P16 boy, after doing an interesting 2-stop, will finish in P7 and also stay in P7. Possibly P8, Conley, after a spin, a drive-through and 2 pit stops. Well, he did finish P9, but it's the 3rd last. So yeah. And then we have Red Dog, who's going to get the last point with Sharia Krautsalat, the only car not getting a point, which is quite sad, but that's just what happens. Okay. Let's just go through the grid real quick. Rob winning, Honzi P2, Will ends P3, Days P4, Ben P5, Stuart P6, B16 Moy P7, Bacon P8, Connie P9, Red Dog P10, then Sharia Coleslaw P11, and Indian Jesus, after starting on pole, didn't even make it halfway through the first lap. And surprisingly enough, we only have 1 DNF. Then we just scroll through the endless amount of track limit warnings that Stuart Little got. Yeah. Thank you for watching. I will probably see you next week. Not sure if I can be on comms. And we're going to be in Austria. Another penalty mecca for Stuart. Yeah. Thank you for watching and goodbye.